the granddaddy of them all.
He's going for the corner. He's got it. Vince Young scores.
Johnny Michelle will send the Dogs home to the championship game.
You had a retirement party this week, and you had some things to say about the Rose Bowl and its place in Americana and why it hasn't lost a step when other institutions have.
You know, it's interesting. I don't think it's any single factor, but certainly it's got a wonderful tradition through the 20th century. I think we need the Rose Bowl today more than we needed the Rose Bowl 50 years ago because what it represents, coming together, different people, different cultures, celebration, and something that has, you know, moved from a local event to attract tourists and new people to the region 118 years ago to what it is today, which I think is an iconic global brand that represents all things that are great, not only about America, but I think about human beings.
You've said that it was much easier for the postseason to go from 2 to 4 than it was from 0 to 2. How do you think the comparison would be of the attempt to go to 8 from 4 as opposed to the earlier
Maybe
changes?
a little more complicated in some ways. I know that collectively there is a solution. I'd be very surprised if looking out, 8 or 10 years, that there's not adjustments made. What those are, how those play out, I think is to be determined. It's too early to know the conversations that I've been in, and certainly a movement to 8 is not imminent, and it shouldn't be imminent until a lot of other issues are resolved and the contracts are respected.
People have called you many times the most powerful man in college sports. Your opinion and judgment on things is greatly respected. If they call you now and ask you for an opinion on how we should proceed in terms of collegiate licensing, name, image, and likeness for the players, what would be your counsel?
My counsel would be we must have a national solution. This state-by-state regulatory effort makes no sense to me. I think there is a path forward. I don't think it'll happen overnight, but I'm hoping within 3 to 5 years, maybe sooner, we'll be able to provide clarification and direction for the colleges so we can achieve all these great things that have been achieved over the last 50 years. I know that there's a lot of criticism of the system, but these are students that are not employees. We need to get a clarification on that. And then we need to continue to provide these opportunities with a modernized rule structure.
What would you want people to think first when they think of your legacy?
I think that we respected tradition and that we worked awful hard to collaborate, bring people along, to change in the right ways while remembering the fundamentals of what we do, which is education, competition. But we were able to change when it was the right time to change, as necessary to be competitive.
Hey, thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more scores, highlights, and analysis, you can download the ESPN app. You've got the ESPN app, right?
Honestly, on Saturdays for college football fans, if you don't have the ESPN app, that's the lifeline for every college football fan. So you have to have that. The live streaming now, ESPN Plus. To me, it's the only way to go.
ESPN Plus was key for me recently. Got to get ESPN Plus. Arkansas State, Troy, down to the wire.
Loving it.
Superdog winner. Thanks to ESPN Plus.